Well, hello everybody. Luke Newton here, CEO and co-founder of LockedOn. We have Chris here from Movinghub. Welcome, Chris.
Afternoon, Luke. Thanks for having us.
No problems at all, mate. No problems at all. Excited today to show people what they can benefit from the integration between LockedOn and Movinghub and the services that you offer. I know it's a fairly new tool, and there's a lot of LockedOn people that jumped at the opportunity, already knew who you were. Obviously, demand of customers you're working with that were using LockedOn, that really prompted the integration, so we could see the benefit there. But there's a lot of our users that really don't know what Movinghub is or what it does. So really, that's what the next 30 minutes is about. It's about me showing you where it lives in LockedOn, but more importantly, Chris is going to take over and he's really going to explain what the Movinghub product can do for you and for your clients. So really excited to show you. I'm excited to learn as well. Like, I've seen it, but I haven't gone deep in it. So I'm actually on a bit of a learning curve as well. So it'll be great to see the product and how it works and its full capabilities. So before I pass over to Chris, guys, most of you, as I said, know LockedOn. You use it every day. You're putting sales through. This first minute, I'm going to show you where Movinghub lives and how we connect it. So when you're in your LockedOn account, if we go into one of my fake exchange properties, we have 17 Coraline here. And looking at this property, we have a vendor and we've also linked a purchaser. Where Movinghub sits in this is in the sale. So when we're looking at the life cycle and the sales advice, once you've pieced together all of the information, so your dates, prices, special conditions, solicitors, you'll actually see the Movinghub integration at the bottom. Now, my account as a test, it's fully connected. So you're going to see and experience what this is like once you're fully connected. But if you aren't connected yet to Movinghub and today sparks your interest to think, I'd really love to give that a go, or I'd love for Chris and his team to onboard us, you'll see a button here that says get connected instead of send referral. So the send referral is the process once you're connected to Movinghub. It's a simple click of the button, and then Chris is going to explain in his presentation what that actually does for you as a business and how Movinghub takes over from that point and provides exceptional service to your clients. But if you're interested after today and what Chris has said, the Get Connected button will launch you to the For Professionals page on the Movinghub website. From here, all you need to do is enter your name, your email, and hit submit. And Chris, will it be you or one of your team that will reach out and
Me or one of the team.
Yeah, cool, excellent. So it'll either be Chris or one of the team that will reach out, onboard you. They will supply you with your Movinghub code, and the integration is very, very simple. Inside your account, in integrations, you'll see Movinghub, you'll hit configure, and you will add in the Movinghub workspace code and hit connect. So once you're connected, that means that you'll understand the product, you'll be connected to Movinghub, and for every sale you make, it's going to be a simple process where you'll hit send referral for Chris and the Movinghub team to take over. So what is it that Movinghub do? What is their product suite? How are they going to enhance your relationships with people? Well, that's what, Chris, you're here today. So I'm going to get you to share your screen now. The LockedOn part is very basic. Let's now look at what Movinghub does once we start to send referrals to you and the product suite there.
Thanks, Luke. All right. So from a Movinghub perspective, and thanks for joining us, really excited about the partnership in terms of the feedback that we've got and being able to offer more services to LockedOn customers. But Movinghub's been around for 9 years, for those who don't know Movinghub. And what we do is we allow businesses to enable a white label solution to offer services and products to customers that are primarily moving home, but also using our new Home Hub product, being able to communicate to customers and interact for customers that are living in their home as well, which is effectively our Beyond the Move plan of attack to try and support agents stay connected with its customers when they're moving and staying connected with them when they're living in their home through using the product, which I'll go through in more detail. So in essence, what Movinghub does, it's a prop tech platform. It allows you to refer customers to enable them to connect their utilities connected, essential services, internet, arranging a removalist, cleaners, etc. And as a result of that, we do it on behalf of your brand. So if I use LockedOn as an example, and LockedOn was an agency, we would effectively come up with a brand called LockedOn Connect or LockedOn Concierge. Our team will engage with your customer on behalf of your brand as an extension. And we want to be able to continue your current workflow with the Movinghub offering backed behind it. And then all the emails that go out is all branded you. It's all white labeled. It's not Movinghub branded. And that's what we do to help you offer those services to customers and add value to your customer experience. And then at the back of it, we have arrangements with suppliers in the background, and we have a revenue share stream that comes back to you where we share the wallet down to the agents. So
I think that part, sorry if I just jump in a little bit, the white labeling part, people who may not know that, I know it's a pretty common term for us too, but it's essentially looking like an extension of your business. Like you have your own Connect team sitting inside your office. They're basically branding it all about you, from you. It's like they're just a part of your sales process now, but obviously it's the Movinghub team and the Movinghub technology that's doing it on your behalf. So the white labeling sometimes may get lost to some people, but it's essentially your brand, your team using their technology.
So from our perspective, we obviously want you to promote the service and the offering. And then, when you're using that, the LockedOn integration, that button that sends a referral, the workflow triggers at our end. So emails go out from our system, all white labeled. The email domain that the customer receives, the email is coming from your email domain.
Perfect.
Our team will call. We're based in Docklands and Melbourne. We'll call on behalf of your brand and offer those services to your customers. So there's no additional staff that you need to hire or employ. All we ask for is to pre-position the customer that one of your extension of your team will be in touch, and that's when we will take over and manage that customer experience for you and add value. But to give you a bit of background, we've been around just under 10 years now with Movinghub, and we're here in Australia, we're in New Zealand, which LockedOn is also available for our customers in New Zealand. And we're also based in the UK and the US, offering customers the same platform, offering additional services to customers moving home and living in their home. We've processed this, slide's a bit outdated, but we've processed 1.8 million customer moves across our platform since inception. So we've been around, we've been doing this for quite some time. And most of you who've been in real estate would know about the Movinghub core product, which is what we call the traditional method of utility connections. There's been many businesses in this space for quite some time, but we come from a technology angle. We want to add value to your business. We want to build your asset and your brand as opposed to building our own. We've been busy the last year. We've built a new product to allow customers to stay connected with your brand, so you can build more core revenue, which is what you do in real estate, is sell houses. From our perspective, the product we launched is called HomeHub. HomeHub is effectively a digital home management solution or a wallet that allows you to stay connected with your customer. Now, you as a LockedOn user and customer, you could use this personally yourself. And as Luke alluded to earlier, we were mucking around about how he could use it in his own house around it. And I'll go through a screen demonstration shortly. But essentially, it allows you and your customers to put all their colors of their property in there, who their tradespeople are, who their power company is, all the documents with regards to their contract of sale. So documents that you use day to day. How do you get your customers to store them in a location that's secure? Their current bills, their insurance, the documents, and everything that goes around your house. From our perspective, we want one source, and we want your brand to be the one that they see when they log in to access those day-to-day things.
Can I ask a question there? HomeHub, and this was really exciting when you're talking to me. I was like, that's such, not saying it in a bad way, it's such a simple, great idea, which is great you build it in tech, but it's like, as a homeowner moving to a new home, there's so many things you got to remember, like electricity contracts, NBN contracts, like paint colors that we were talking about as an example. So it's stored in a login for them, but every time they log in, it's branded to the agent that sold them the home. That's correct. The agent's details in it. Yeah, that's awesome. It's like, I know my wife's got a folder in my house with all our stuff in it, but even that's even hard to go through. If it's all digital, it'd be a lot easier. But I really love that it's always branded to the agency you sold them.
We've all got documents, we've got boxes, we've got filing cabinets with all this information. And the whole intent behind HomeHub, when you see it, is when you sell a home in future, you'll be able to stamp it with a HomeHub profile attached to the home, and ideally get some more value for the current vendor in the home. It's got a HomeHub profile, which gets transferred over to the new homeowner when they acquire and move in. It's essentially a whole service manual history of the property, just like no different when you buy a car and you ask for a service.
Car servicing. Yeah,
it's no different from a property perspective. So I've got this slide up on screen just to talk you through how Movinghub and HomeHub interact with your agency and what your customer life cycle go through. So you're in real estate, customer purchase a property, and you see these things on screen. I won't go through all of them, but you can see the whole ecosystem of all the touch points, insurance down to getting essential services connected, all the way through to purchasing white goods, furniture, appliances, etc. We have all that embedded in HomeHub. So the entire ecosystem you see on screen lives in HomeHub in a digital solution. So what does HomeHub do for you? And I think Luke nailed this pretty quickly. It allows your customer to continue to see your brand over and over. Yes, Movinghub has a marketplace and we monetize on services that customers do take up after they've made an informed decision using the product and the platform. But there are a lot of features here that you use day to day that people will use to log in and they'll see your brand. And when they have a family or friend who want to go and buy a house or sell a house, they're going to think of your brand. And that's what we want. We want you to be the hero. We want your logo to be front and center. And that's essentially what we're trying to achieve here as part of this HomeHub product. But the whole ecosystem, it allows them to connect with their community. They can see local information. They can store documents. They can use the finance calculator. There might be a rate rise based on the RBA announcement. They'll be able to use the calculator and see what impact it does to their bottom line and everything to do with their move. There's a lot of features that we've obviously been doing this for quite some time around change of address, being able to track their services and their connections in real time as well within there. But a lot of the features that I'm talking through now, you'll see shortly. And effectively, these are our roadmap on the side. So our mobile app will go live in the quarter one next year. So in the calendar year next year, there'll be a mobile app that will launch from the web version that you'll see today. But what do you benefit from? So as a LockedOn user, yes, there's a fantastic integration that you'll be able to access. So there's no need to do any data entry. Everything lives in LockedOn that we need. So we would receive the core information about your customer, their name, their address, their email address, and the address they're moving to. Once we receive that, the whole handover is over to our system or our team. The customer can engage digitally. So if they didn't want to receive a phone call, they can digitally transact and pick services and providers all online in their fingertips. They can engage one of the staff. Will call back on behalf of your brand and we'll give them a full concierge experience. We can call them once and do everything all in one call. We can call them multiple times over a period of time, or they can schedule a call back when it suits them. So we give you and the customer complete access to manage the scenario in terms of your customer experience. But the main thing here is about helping you get repeat business within your core business. Yes, Movinghub is there to offer more services and value, but it's about you. It's about how we make you the agent, the hero in terms of the whole ecosystem and the partnership. We want you to stay relevant and we'll be able to build some creative workflows that allows you to understand the behavior of your customers as well. And the whole intent here is you're creating a customer for life. The customer remains connected to your brand and you'll be able to be top of mind when that customer's ready to transact again in future.
Can I ask a question here, Chris? And it's something I didn't show in the system, but would you suggest the agents are, sending a referral to Movinghub for your team to start chatting at the point of the property going exchanged or unconditional and not settlement? Like settlement, they probably already planned a lot of this stuff. So it's
good question. Yeah. Good question, Luke. It depends on the business. Like we work in an array of different verticals and business types. We have scenarios where customers are coming through at conditional stage and they're wanting us to promote services such as a building and pest inspection.
Yep.
So we do have access to that service. That gets them into our ecosystem earlier. We would offer them that service. We would wait until their contract becomes unconditional.
Yep.
Then once they become unconditional, we would do what we do best, which is getting their essential services connected, their electricity, their gas, their internet. They may need a removal, etc. But there's no need to go through that process before a conditional stage. So we'll touch the customer at the right time at different touch points.
Yep.
But it allows that concierge experience to begin at conditional stage.
Perfect.
But it'll come down to when your customer within Locked On triggers that button, and then we will then manage it accordingly.
Yep.
I talked about having the Home Hub stamp of approval. There's no reason why on every listing that goes out to market, once a Home Hub profile has been built, that you can't say that this profile comes with a Home Hub profile attached to it. It allows you to get more interest from people who are looking to bid for the property or purchase the property. But on the back end, everything that comes with it is valuable. There is everything that you'll see shortly. There is a use case for everything that you'll be able to see on the screen. So I'll jump over to Home Hub. So the way it would work, so the top left-hand corner where you see the Movinghub logo will be your logo. So the logo that we create for you, the whole color scheme, the blue that we've got here, obviously it's matching the Movinghub blue, but that could all be changed to suit your color scheme all the way through to the color of the button. So our back-end system and our connections module has all those configurations. Our client success team will be able to work you through all those changes. So you don't have to go and find those things. We'll walk you and help you through that process. Now, when the trigger is created out of Locked On, when the customer first logs into Home Hub, their profile that you see on screen here will preload. We've got the images of the property, the address, the features of the property. Now, if your customer came in for the first time seeing Home Hub and they said, well, I've got an investment property, and the only one that they see on screen is the one they're going to live in, they can add that secondary property and have two profiles within the same Home Hub profile. Okay, where the data lives is when they go into manage their home. So when I go into manage my home or manage home, the photos will preload, the information about the property is there. The internet infrastructure. So if they're looking at the property pre and going, okay, what internet can I need or what plans do I need? We've got information based on the actual property itself and everything around the property, history, the border and nearby schools. This information that you see on screen will continue to be enhanced, and we'll have the building and pest inspection solution come onto this in the next couple of weeks. Now, what you see on the screen on the right-hand side is you see people. The benefit with Home Hub is you can invite your members of your home. So you can invite your wife, you can invite your kids, and they can stay connected to Home Hub. So if you can start to see where we're going with this. So with regards to tasks, you see a task list up here. I can create tasks for my son and ask him to put the bin out every second week, and he'll be accountable for that. So there's things that you can do in terms of day-to-day living. But if you were just wanting to create just a standard task list, you can create one from scratch, or you were doing a renovation from a homeowner perspective, we preload a task for the homeowner to play with this, and they can then add and delete, but they can also remove their template that we built for them. So there's things there that you can play with day to day, but the one that gets a lot of attention is what we call spaces. We by default will know how many rooms are in the house and how many bathrooms, etc. So we would preload a space for every part of the house. Okay, and it will allow the user, your customer, to then start to collect and add the paint information, the manufacturer and the brands. And again, if you've got a customer who's at the moment looking to sell their house, I'd recommend getting them to build a Home Hub profile out, spend a bit of time investing in it. We would love to, and we have got some integration partners that will preload some of this information, but we're limited to what we can extract from certain systems. But again, from other platforms, other industries, we're pre-pulling contracts of sale and some of the things that you see on screen. Other things that you'll be able to do in Spaces is collect all your contents. So you'll be able to even put your vehicle in the garage, and it'll scrape your VIN number and your body type and your color and things like that. All that lives in your garage alongside your contents. So in terms of your contents, once you've preloaded all your tools in your garage, for example, then you can go to Docs. You can see the user manual of that particular product. The photos includes the receipts, and then the information regarding the model type and the description of the actual product I've got. It allows, from an insurance perspective, I've got a full list of an asset register in my home that when I go and insure my contents, that I've got a whole value against everything in my home. So the spaces could be anything to do with, obviously, as I said earlier, we would preload the rooms by default, but you can go and create custom spaces. Okay, so if you've got a pool, for example, you can go and add a pool room. and then you can start to add information about your pumps. So you want your pump information, you've got your chlorine information, you've got who your maintenance provider is for your pool. So everything there can be managed by space. The other big use case within Homehub is the documents. So manuals of certain appliances, you've got contracts of sale. You can even create a folder and connect to a mortgage broker. Say if you're doing a refinance or you're wanting to buy a new house, you can log all your documents into a particular folder, whether it's pay slips and rates notices, etc. And you'll be able to drop all your bills, for example, in a particular folder and share them with a property professional, a tradesperson. You can share it internally, and you can even have documents emailed directly to a folder. Okay, so if you were talking to your energy company, for example, which we would support your customer with, we can give them a specific email address to have the bills go to a folder, and they would go into the Homehub folder automatically. Documents is, so my provider, sorry, is where you store all the provider information in your home. So who's your power company, who's your internet company.
Cool.
Exactly. The main benefit here is from a use case, when the tradie is connected to your home, so you have an electrician, they've done some work, they know your property well. They know, where the trenches are. They might have the actual floor plans to your property, where not to dig. And what will happen is all those documents get stored against the tradie. The receipts, the certificates of the works of completion will all be stored in here. And when your property gets sold, then the person who picks up the Homehub profile can go, well, John Smith was the electrician. I'm better off call him because he knows the property well. I can see all his works that he's done. He last came here 12 months ago. I've got his number. I can call out. He knows the property well. The other benefit here is obviously no difference with the conveyancers and property professionals, real estate agents, etc. Then you'll be able to be that default preferred real estate agent for all your customers when they want to engage with a real estate agent again. You see the recommended section here. Now, as an agency, you have the ability to add your own network of tradespeople or property professionals within Movinghub's marketplace. So if you've got a preferred mortgage broker, you've got a preferred financial planner, you've got a preferred painter, for example, then within the Movinghub backend, you'll be able to add them into my marketplace, and every single customer that goes into Homehub from your own landing page will automatically see your preferred trades. Okay.
Yeah.
I talked about shop. We know that customers spend about $10,000 on homewares and products when they first move into a product in terms of a house. So from our perspective, we want to continue being able to offer not just services, but products to customers that are going to go and engage with the big retail giants. They're going to go to the shopping centers. They're going to go to the homeware areas and go where to buy these things, where we want to be able to promote those things to your customers on your behalf. Now, in the finance section here, I mentioned the calculator earlier before, but again, one thing that everyone does with regards to insurance is we all fill out questionnaires. We all fill out things like, what year was your house built? Is it brick? Is it roof? Is it by cement, concrete roof, or is it color bond? Once the questions have been answered, or we've been able to pull all the information regarding the property into the questionnaire, there's no need to ever go through and do a questionnaire again for insurance. We will notify the customer that their insurance is up for renewal, but they'll review the questions and the answers and edit where required, as opposed to going and spending 10 minutes telling us again that the house is brick. Well, we already know that, and we want to use the information to allow them to get cheaper quotes for insurance, obviously by a click of a button or through automation. The same goes with car insurance. So the same wizard, what year is your car, what make is it, etc. What modifications have you got? No different there. Now, what Movinghub have done successfully over the last 9 or 10 years or so is the moving journey well. We've been able to, as I said earlier, we've pushed through about 1.8 million customers through our platform and helped them move on behalf of businesses we work with. But the first thing that we engage customers with in their moving, when you trigger that referral through LockedOn, is the moving checklist. You can engage the marketplace as a consumer here digitally. I mentioned earlier, you can digitally move and connect to services, but you can actually engage a digital checklist. Now, the digital checklist is custom. We have a template, but as a real estate agent, you can build your own templates that your customers could see. So you might have a pre-move checklist, you might have a post-move checklist.
Yeah, everyone
and
would have one of these.
all
Definitely.
your items, all custom. Same as the call to action. So you'll be able to, while your template is visible to your customers, as a consumer, I can then add to your template. Okay, so not every one template that you see in Home will be the same. They'll all be different based on the agency or the partner of Movinghub, but then the customer can then add to it as well. They can then track their moves. So everyone loves to track post parcels and things like that. So we've obviously got the same solution where they can track the connections. So how's my connection going? Am I going to be connected when they move in? And then the other piece of work that everyone needs to do is change their address with suppliers. Now they've got to notify insurance companies, they've got to notify the government, they've got to notify the bank. So we built a platform that allows the user to go and pick who their providers are. They would then notify the relevant bank in this situation, and it opens up the specific move address page for the companies that you see on screen. So it's the next best thing for the consumer to remember who to go and notify, and taking them directly to a page rather than taking them to a landing page and having to go and find the specific pages to go and make those changes. So special offers is another thing that you can customize. So we've got a whole solution here where people can get buy one, get one free, etc., 10% off here and there. But as a real estate agent, you can create your own special offers and add them within our connections module, and your customers will be able to see. You might have a deal with a local bakery where you want to give your customers,
this is awesome.
Yeah, buy 6 loaves and get one free.
Yeah, like welcome to the area, free pizzas and things like that. Yeah,
correct.
Bottle of wine.
Exactly, and that's how you get them into Home Hub.
So good.
Your brand's here. Let your customer know you'll get an invite to Home Hub. Go to special offers. Go to the pizza logo and claim your free pizza from Giuseppe's Pizza. So pretty simple. Again, your brand's there. Again, we want to make sure you're the hero, as mentioned earlier. Now, when you're in the community, every person who goes into Home Hub, every customer of yours will automatically be assigned to a suburb Home Hub community. And if you live in the same streets and suburb as another member, you'll also be able to connect with members in your streets as well. So essentially, it's a private group where you can go and chat with people, no different to what you do on a Facebook group or other chats out there on WhatsApp, etc. But it's all linked to the community. We've just launched this product. But again, if you live in the same street, you'll be able to see members appearing on the side, and then you'll be able to post photos, videos, talk about when the rubbish is due this week. Is it Monday? Is it Tuesday? Has the postie been? Have you seen the sweeper come past yet, etc.? So all the banter that you normally see on a neighborhood chat somewhere sitting on either text messages or Facebook, we wanted to isolate that within a Home Hub. But it's not limited to just the street and the suburb. You can also create your own groups as well.
I had a really good question come through that you might not have seen, but this is something you could probably go if you're not thinking. But the question was, do you reckon Movinghub could alert us if the person starts to act like a seller?
Yes, absolutely. So that is in our roadmap.
So say, they're getting things painted, they're getting renovations done, right, like certain flags that they're,
so we're calling that the data propensity project.
Yeah, everyone's using that. Yeah.
So it's a propensity to transact. So things like the calculator regarding mortgage. Yep. So someone might be in their house and it might be they've created their profile in the last 1 week, means kind of a new homeowner.
Yeah, they're not really
just moved, but they're using the finance calculator. It's probably a refinance. Make sure that they're getting the right deal from a finance perspective. But if we know they've been in the home for about 5 years, they've been in the calculator about 6 times, they've gone to providers, they've gone and engaged the painter and a few other things. It's like, okay, the propensity for this particular customer to do something, we want to alert you, the agent, that this particular customer of yours is behaving in a manner that you probably be in your best interest to communicate with them.
And my follow-up question to that is, you don't alert the agency or the agent on everything they're doing in here. Like you're not sending them an alert saying,
it's an algorithm. Yeah, it's an algorithm that we will build based on rules. And then we would obviously play with the different types of triggers and when and timings. And then that will learn kind of probabilities. Like we'd love it to give it as high as possible in terms of a score of some sort.
And when a vendor sets up a like a home hub, that's exclusive to them. So there's no access to the agent or the agency to log into their home hub and see what they're doing.
That's correct. It's exclusive
to
the
customer. It has to be. Yeah.
Branding.
Yeah, but it's all branded, the agency.
Correct. So the question I get a lot is, yes, we can help customers move in, and that's their entry point into Home Hub. But what about my customers that I've serviced for the last 10, 15 years? How do I get Home Hub out to them? We built within our connections module the ability to upload your effectively emails and customers who you've transacted with into your Home Hub profile. So what will happen is, as soon as you upload that data into our system, your customer will get an email template that says, welcome to Home Hub. It will come from you, the agent. It'll have all the features about what Home Hub is and what the benefits are to the customer. Once they get that email, they'll go to a landing page, and I'll just log out of this screen so you can see what the landing page looks like. This landing page can be custom to suit you. So again, your logos, everything you see on here, our team in the background will help you build that out. It's literally a system. There's no coding required. There's no developers required. You can do it yourself as an agency if you've got some time to play around with it and what wording you want to use. The background image, the button text, everything can be custom. So you can take all your historical customer database to here and say, here's a free tool from us. And then they access
really powerful, either marketing around it or like video tutorials that we might do around here. So great new bit of technology we've acquired at LockedOn Real Estate.
And then how do you monetize? If a customer's already living in their home, we have a bill review engine.
Yeah,
so you would have taken finance, bill review, or a change of retailer. So what will happen is the customer can go in there. They may have been living in the home for the last 2 years. They can go in there, access the finance section, and then upload their bill. The system will scan their bill and work out whether or not there's a better deal for them and how much they could save. They can switch online within 2 minutes or so, or they can engage with our team, and our team will call on behalf of your brand, save them some money, and then obviously we share that wallet with yourself.
Yeah, this is extremely powerful. Like, it's a new way of thinking about it all and a whole new other service after the sale. But it's an in-depth service. It's really, really cool.
Thank you. So that's all I've got. If there's any other questions, feel free to push them through, and then Luke can push them through, and happy to answer any more questions.
Yeah, I'll just finish up with one that I've had pop up. So essentially the connection to Movinghub from an agent's perspective is really more about getting the person into Home Hub, where
Correct.
we send the data across to Movinghub. Movinghub now has your Home Hub suite or branded experience for the client. They get their profile created, they're in there, they're changing, first and foremost, your moving services. That's what they're going to experience first, and they can get used to all the rest of the things. But another great thing to this is that as an agent, I think it can become part of your follow-up. Like, have you logged into Movinghub and are you doing this? Like, nice informative emails from you to them about this product. Like, are you putting your receipts in there, your bills? Have you checked, electricity bills, etc.? All these things that you offer could be part of my automated 2-year follow-up with this client.
Yep. And we've got those engines in our system already. So
okay. Well, if you've got them, it's better.
So what will happen? You hit the nail on the head there. So those emails will become straight to the customers that are in the system, and it's all branded. It comes from the agency, but the agency could customize those emails on our marketing platform if they wanted to, and have your own custom 2 cents added to those emails.
I just think this is such after sale care. This is now a whole new level of the managing the client with some really cool technology, as opposed to just sending a gift or an SMS or an email every year, which we can do and works really well. But yeah, here's something they can interact with, they can experience. I think it's a great tool. Like, I want to use it personally, as we were talking about before, to manage all the receipts and things we're buying, and warranty and insurances, and check power bills. Like, I definitely want to get it set up. So yeah, looking forward to the phone app, because I think that this, from a consumer level, was just something you just want to click a button on your phone and have it all there. Computer level, I'm on a computer all day, so it's great, but phone is going to be really, really powerful with this. What about the this is a question just off topic. When they do the app, can the app be white labeled? Have you thought about that?
Yeah. So when the app launches, when we know the user, then the user is linked to an office, and the experience that they see will be able to be seen with the logo and things like that.
Yeah. Okay. Beautiful. That's really cool. All right, well, we got a little bit over there, and I think I've answered most of the questions here today. So thank you for everyone that's been here. I've definitely learned a lot more than I originally knew. So that's really good, Chris, and happy with Home Hub. That's an excellent product and how it all works. So we'll get this recording out to all of you to rewatch. Please reach out to Chris, reach out to the Movinghub team. You can see where it is in Locked On. Very easy and quick to set up. I think you'd be silly not to try this on one of your clients, like the next sale, and experience it all. And you can pick and choose who you want. So you have a great sale, you think someone's ready for this sort of experience, test it with them, experience, get feedback. But I can't see why anyone wouldn't want to experience that sort of after sale care, especially everything to do with a home recording in one spot. That's awesome. Well done,
Thanks,
guys.
Luke.
Really, really good.
Appreciate it. And thanks for your time and your attendance here and hearing us out, Movinghub, and obviously the partnership we've got Locked On obviously supports you and your business to be able to transition that data across in a much streamlined process.
Excellent, guys. Well, again, thanks for all your time. We'll shoot the recording around. We look forward to catching up with you all soon. Thanks again, Chris.